The topics we discuss are many.
No story too bold to talk about.
Strictly our own opinions.
But they are opinions from people like you.
Welcome to the NAKE'd podcast. Battle enthusiast here. It's Norma.
I'm the queen behind the screen. Hey, it's Kielyn.
I shall try to rhyme for thee, but good luck, 'cause... Oh, God. Hey, it's Ethan.
So, I guess I'm the only one here that's going to represent PS5. Anyway, so it's your DM Tech Alan. I volunteer as tribute.
As tribute?
As tribute.
Can I drop a
For
snake
PlayStation
down
5.
his shirt?
No. It has to be in my boot.
Law dictates it.
Law dictates it.
Well, speaking on that...
Did you see the new announcement for... The announcement for the new Sony router called the PlayStation 5?
I was going to say, the most expensive Wi-Fi router ever made.
Hey, but it's sexy looking.
I saw a meme that made it into the Eye of Mordor, and I was like, yep. I'm definitely going to have to, like, if we get a PS5, I'm going to have to make, like, a 3D print to put the Eye of Mordor on top of it.
I Sauron.
Sauron, my bad.
Did you see the Miles Morales edition?
Oh my god. That's the only reason why I want a PS5.
It does look pretty cool.
And the previous Spider-Man game did so well. Like, I also want to buy a PS4 so I can play the one Spider-Man game that I want to play, and that's it.
Wasn't there a lot of controversy around that one? Like, the graphics weren't as good.
Oh, no, they were cutting
Yeah.
edge. They were crazy insane. Like, you could see yourself... You could see your character's reflection in the water on the ground.
Oh, but she's talking about the trailer.
Oh.
They had like, remember early on when they showed first look and then the trailer and then updated trailers? They used lower end graphics for the second roll of trailers before they went with the updated ones.
Yeah.
So people were expecting for lower end graphics, kind of like how they cheated the previous Spider-Man games, but they made up for it.
Did you say you could see your reflection in the water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do these game designers do this?
Science. And
Math.
a lot of math.
It's just crazy to see how far games have progressed, because PlayStation's not my go-to system, but I have them. You know, I started on a PlayStation 1, and then I went to a PlayStation 2, and then I switched to 360, and I never gone back. But I still have a PlayStation 3, and I'll eventually buy a 4 and a 5, just because I collect them.
Well, my first thought when I saw it was people are going to have to get new TV stands now, because that thing's not going to fit in those square holes.
That was the number one complaint about
Oh
the
my
Series
gosh.
1X also.
The mini
Yeah.
fridge.
Yeah, the mini fridge. I mean, even the toaster's hard to fit in the entertainment system.
Yeah, but the Nintendo Switch fits perfectly fine on mine.
But you have it on top. It's not in a little cubby.
That's true. That's true. You're right.
I gotta have a cubby for each
I see
system.
where the argument. We're just gonna lie the Eye of Sauron on its side. It'll be the Wall of Sauron.
That's what I'm hoping. Usually, Sony's been really good about that from the PlayStation 2 on up, that you can play it horizontal or vertical. So I'm hoping that the Series 1X has that and the PlayStation 5 has that.
I think I would keep the Series X standing up. I don't know. I like the way it looks. And have you noticed that no one has announced a price range yet?
Yeah.
Like, Xbox kind of like said, oh, this is going to be the fanciest system we got. And that's it. And then PlayStation's like, oh, well, we're developing.
I think they're trying to wait for each other to go first.
So, moving forward on, we're talking about the graphics. Well, each system says it's going to support 8K graphics. What is 8K going to look like?
Fuck
Because
yeah.
4K is good enough for me. You know what I mean?
I've actually seen 8K, like, builds of, like, 4K monitors. It is fucking ridiculous.
Oh my god, yeah, there's one in Japan I saw a video of, and it looked like waves washing in like a like the size of a room, and it was impeccable.
It
Like,
looked fucking
quality.
real.
Oh,
And
I've
this
seen
was
that
a
one.
video of it.
So have y'all ever just
Yeah.
stared at like an LED Q TV or a Samsung Q TV? They're like top
No.
line of it. It's sometimes if you just watch it, it's like, is this a picture or is this real life? So I couldn't even imagine how crazy they're gonna be with 8K.
You're gonna see them pores in their skin.
You're gonna be able to see every inch of Nancy Grace.
And for somebody like me who I can just go by the push of a button, fire up a PlayStation 1, push another button, play PlayStation 2, push a third button, play PlayStation 3. I'm so scared to like think about, oh my god, I'm gonna have 13 teraflops of computing power. What the fuck am I gonna do with this?
Play video games. Play Ark. You're gonna play Ark at the highest setting possible.
No,
That'd be really
not
cool.
until we get fiber.
Yeah, that's our problem.
uh,
Hey, AT&T, put fiber to my house, please. I'm begging you.
So when we get a house, I'm gonna make like dedicated plans to run like Ethernet cables through the walls into every room and give every room like its own drop. I've actually considered maybe instead of Ethernet just putting straight fiber, but I don't know how to splice fiber, and fiber's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, when every
Yeah.
room had a telephone port.
We have a Cat 6 in
Mhm.
every room.
You know that made me think about that today. So today, T-Mobile, Sprint, AT&T, if you had problems with your phone, it's because they had an outage on their network. And not every phone was impacted, or not every area was impacted, but it made me think, like, if something disastrous were to happen and our cell phone lines are all cut, like the cell towers were taken down, destroyed. None of us have a fucking landline. What are we gonna do?
Smoke signals.
Starlink.
I want a landline. A wired landline.
I'm not paying a monthly fee for telemarketers to call my house.
That's what the answering machine is.
I've
for.
actually
I will write you a fucking letter, Norma. How about that?
Okay.
It'll be there in
Her
2 days.
address
But what if
is-
USPS is down?
Do you know where her address is?
I need your address. I have.
We know your address.
Well, yeah, my address is like, even though it's long, it's not too hard to remember. But I'm horrible about remembering addresses and phone numbers. So I'm 28 years old, and I just memorized my dad's phone number this year.
Really? I've had my parents' phone number memorized since I was like 10, dude.
I only have my like work numbers memorized because I have to call the same extensions or same, numbers for work, and it's not in like a directory on the phone because it's a fucking hard phone. So I know those ones by heart, but I couldn't tell you like y'all's numbers at all. Like,
I remember Marco's
I think
because
there's
it's
a-
only 2 actual numbers in the whole number. So it's just
It's not
a
bad.
combination of 2 different numbers throughout the whole thing. I remember my mom's and my dad's.
All of the numbers.
I know that y'all's has a 2 in it.
All of the numbers I remember are old numbers that don't exist anymore. I think except for maybe my dad's, just because he's had the same line. But my mom's cell phone number, I don't know it now. I remember old house number that traveled with us every time we moved because that was a thing.
Yeah.
you couldn't change your number because, I mean, giving it to everybody, it's like you have to call each and every one of them and say, hey, I changed my number.
That's
Now it's just a simple Facebook post.
if you want me to have your address, you have to send me a letter, and then I'll save the envelope in a folder.
I have sent you a letter.
Then I should have your address here.
I probably put it in my envelope card drawer that's over here.
There's a shoebox and an envelope somewhere.
Probably for the past year, 2 years, I haven't been handling books as much as I used to. And
Yeah.
a new book came out, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. It's set in the realm of the Hunger Games, something we all love.
Yeah.
And I went and I bought it off the shelf, and I don't know, it's just been really nice to hold it lately.
Every night before we go to bed, I look at Kielyn and go, I volunteer for tribute.
to go to sleep first. You can read your book. Yeah, I'm excited for it too, and I totally get what you're talking about, because I think like the last book I was really excited to go out and buy was the last Harry Potter book.
Yeah.
So, spoiler alert. The beginning of this book follows President Snow and a District 12 girl. And I don't know why, it hooked me really easily.
It honestly threw me for a loop, because sometimes when I'm reading, I can't always pronounce the names or certain words, so I make up a name in my head. And so the name I made up for him is Cornelius, and I know that's not his real name. But for whatever reason, it just didn't connect that he is President Snow for me. I thought it was like his dad or something. No, that's him.
So do you think they'll make a movie of it? Do you think they'll try to cash cow that Hunger Games, or is it too late?
I hope so. No, I hope they do. I don't think they need to do it yet. I think they need to wait until at least the second book comes out, maybe. But I definitely would love to see a movie.
Right, Ethan's already planning for the sequels.
I could see it, because moving forward, you could see them telling President Snow's story, then they could tell District 13's story. There's a lot that could tie in to this time period that would be very interesting to learn about.
Yeah.
As long as Rian Johnson isn't touching that project, I'm on board.
Let it go.
He's such a big-headed baby.
Me?
No, Roundhead Johnson.
Yeah, he is. He's a punk. Anyway, we already own the book because Norma bought it and it's on our Kindles. I cannot wait to start reading it.
I suggest having it read to you. It's awesome.
It's not awesome to read aloud for a million years.
Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't terrible. Actually, I don't know. I kind of enjoyed it. Aside from the need to vape on my vape and take a drink every now and then.
Every time she do it, I press the play button on the radio, just like the audiobook doesn't stop.
This is funny.
I don't really read paper books. I'm more of I like to listen. Like, even when I go to bed, I don't watch TV. I listen to it. So audiobooks are my go-to. So she wanted to read it. I was like, can you read it out loud as I drive?
Well, I mean, like, I feel like we've been listening to a lot of podcasts. Like, you got us into NADPod.
Triniville.
Triniville.
It's a different experience to be read a story. Similar to DMing for a group of adventurers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Y'all, I am so proud of y'all and how y'all have been handling, the transition to online. And thank y'all for being so patient with me as a DM, because I know sometimes I stall. But I mean, how have you guys been liking this?
I think you've been doing a fantastic job.
I think it's fucking great. I love being able to we're playing Wednesday at 9 p.m. Dope.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, let's pop on, have a few laughs, get through our story a little bit more.
Argue with our other characters.
Well, for me, since I go to bed at 9 o'clock, or like my aunt said, how old are you? Or no, Norma said that.
Yeah.
I'm in bed by 9 o'clock, so when y'all are like, hey, can we play late? It's just like,
You're just like, oh man, if only it was an hour earlier.
Like Friday night, let's do it all night long. But then, of course, everyone's always busy on Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
Hey. We're free 80% of the time because you guys are like our only other friends that live in town.
We're all such hermits.
Yeah, we're locked down in our routine, so we got time for you. we wait on Marco more than anything else.
Yeah.
Shout out Marco.
What up, bro?
I'm really excited to try another campaign because I mean, like, I love Alan's campaign, and it's fun, and he's just getting to the meat of it. But also, I'm like, I'm a little ready to try something a little new. Now that I understand so much, everything's so much better. And from playing your campaign and playing Kielyn's campaign, I've really come to understand the mechanics and how everything works, and I think I could build such a better character now than I did.
Yeah.
Wait.
Same.
Wait. Are you gonna use a cheetah with your next character?
No, I was gonna use a mountain lion.
Oh,
so
dope,
you
dope.
are starting at level 1. These will be your base characters.
That's fine with me. I think starting at like a lower level, like if it's going to be a longer campaign, is good because you really get to know your character than just being thrown with someone who's like leveled at 8 or something.
Well, what I could, if I could make one suggestion or one request, if we're gonna start low level, like level 3, when you're just at the point where you know a feat, you know what I mean?
So I got these free books that take y'all from level 1 to level 4, and I get a lot of wiggle room in it. That's what we got to work with.
I know, but
until I build Fandom Land.
I'm just saying, for a really long campaign, if you're gonna have a 25-part campaign, then I would like to start at like a 3 instead of a 1, just so that you're kind of into the character already.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think if we do that with Fandom Land, that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah,
because
where you can have some more of the personality built into the character by that point.
Yeah, well, because in Fandom Land too, y'all are retired adventurers, so you would already have some experience and ideas of everything that you do.
Mm-hmm. I'm so looking forward to that campaign. I cannot wait to play.
So I have to ask, how are you dealing with the stress over creating something new and from scratch and nothing else has a reference to it?
Well, a lot of that with Fandom Land, it's very helpful because I have all of the backstories of the different lands and where everybody's going. So, I don't know. I really like the idea of just building upon that, expanding the characters, seeing who you guys get to interact with, and figuring out what y'all want to do as a group there. Because, I mean, of course, I'll have like a few things for y'all to grab on to get y'all moving. But once y'all get in the land, what are y'all going to want to do? So that's going to
visit a titty bar. I'm sorry.
I mean, there is Treasure Island.
Go get a butter beer.
I'm okay with that.
Alan, I don't think I've ever heard where you might bring your character from.
My character?
Mm-hmm.
I've given a lot of thought, and I was going to be a bard originally, but then I ended up being a bard for Marco's campaign. So I'm either going to be, if it's okay with the DM, a gunslinger artificer, or and that's completely homebrew. I understand.
From what land?
From what? Yeah, I was getting to that. I was either going to be a pirate, or I was thinking maybe what's his name? Steal from the rich, give to the
Robin
poor.
Hood?
Robin Hood.
Robin
There
Hood?
you go. Yeah.
Robin Hood with a gun? Okay, I'm about it. Let's see it.
That'd be interesting. Ethan?
I already kind of play Robin Hood, so
Okay.
Well, that's Thunderhood. That's why I named him Thunderhood. Robin Thunderhood.
And also because he's
Jesus.
from the hood. What?
But
Oh shit!
so I was thinking of being like a fighter from Wonderland, but instead I think it would be super cool to play a druid from Wonderland because that's like a different you can get like a whole different type of magic inspiration from Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's okay with the DM for my character to be, I think I settled on that. Like that's what I would want to do.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Okay, cool.
You know what?
I would
rethought
definitely
my
have to be
character.
a warlock.
From where?
I don't know. I haven't decided that part yet.
He wouldn't be from Hogwarts.
Halloween Town.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be a fun one to play. But yeah, I don't know. Somewhere where you think warlock, not
Calabar.
Yeah. That's why now it's stuck in my head, because I might steal that now. But also,
You're
but
welcome.
really, the campaign I would really love to play is the all bard campaign. I just thought that would be fun.
I'm totally down for all y'all.
Are we
being
a band?
bards.
Yeah.
You have
I
to
like
give
it.
yourselves a band name.
I like it.
I just saw a great story prompt for something with a band and like DMing. Oh my god.
Was it on Reddit?
Would you like to enlighten us?
I don't know if it was on Reddit. Okay, so I want to say it was probably in one of the D&D groups. Okay, so there's this orchestra and they get stuck in this castle out in the middle of nowhere and you don't hear anything. But then as they die one by one, their instruments start playing in the background until at the end of the movie, book, game, whatever it is,
It's a full
all you
orchestra?
hear,
It's a full orchestra.
it's a full-blown orchestra. The ghosts are playing their instruments.
So we have enchanted weapons? Or enchanted instruments, or what?
That's pretty cool.
Oh my god! Like, oh my god, yes. Like the guitar of justice. Like, I love it.
The fiddle of truth. Be a paladin. What do you call it? Be a bard with a subclass paladin.
Is my golden fiddle.
The fiddle of truth.
It has to be a gold fiddle.
A triangle. What would a triangle be?
Ding. I don't know. Triangle
Purity.
of courage.
Yeah.
Ding. Wow, I feel better. Let's see.
I like
That's
that
how you
better,
give your
actually.
bardic inspiration. Ding.
One single note from a triangle. I like it. That sounds pretty cool.
That's canon in whatever game this comes up in.
Another podcast I've been listening to is Fake Doctors, Real Friends. I'm literally only like 3 episodes in, but it is one of the most adorable podcasts I've ever listened to.
I can say
It's
that.
JD and Turk, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
It definitely tickles your like curiosity bone because they talk about the like behind the scenes of the episode. So
They're basically watching the episode and giving commentary and
Yeah.
like what they remember.
like, oh my god, do you remember that haircut I had at that one time, or that party we went to after that episode?
Jesus. We're talking about Scrubs, right? For those
Yes.
listening at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, we're
So-
talking about real doctor or fake doctors, real friends.
Yeah.
But they
Turk and JD. What are their like real names?
I forget.
Donald
yeah.
Donald and Zach.
Yeah.
There you go, Zach.
Donald and Zach.
I follow Zach on Twitter. He's kind of funny every now and then.
I just bought the movie he directed, Garden State, that he starred in with Natalie Portman from like a Dollar General. I'm super excited to watch it.
Well,
That's
was-
dope.
over the course of the last few days, Bill Burr was on Joe Rogan, and that was pretty hilarious.
Oh my god, I can only imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll listen to that Joe Rogan episode.
I've been meaning to give his episodes like a listen.
So,
I've been sorry.
Alan, you would be best on when he has one of the tech people on. Like he's had Twitter, he's had Elon Musk multiple times. He's had people from all that. I think Norma would be more like when he has the doctors and professionals on.
Hey.
Probably. Because, like, some tech stuff, like, I tune out. I try so hard to keep up with NPR's shortwave. Because sometimes they have the very technical episodes. And they're good. Don't get me wrong. They
They go in depth.
They go really in depth, and I've learned a lot of things from it. But sometimes it just over my head. Like, but if it's like law or business, I'm there for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
If it's law, I'm sort of there for it. But sometimes, like, sometimes when you're listening to these like tech companies trying to introduce new technology, it glazes over everyone, no matter who it is.
Well, I
Sometimes
think
these tech people just don't know how to deliver.
Keelan
Myself
would really
included,
like
sure.
one of his episodes where he has the crazy hippies that play music on. Like one episode, they just had these two like acoustic musicians, and they just kind of played the whole time. That was their thing.
That's pretty cool.
I think Kielyn would also take interest in, like, I guess, like, the arts, right? So, like, anything theater, major authors, like, big publications.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Our little librarian.
Yeah, she is.
School's fun.
You gotta make it weird.
I just made hundreds on 2 of my assignments, so it's a start.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Well, that wraps up another great episode. Thanks for joining us. Find our memes and other great content on Twitter and Instagram at OG_the NAKE'd
Run over to our website, officialmillennials.com, and you'll find our wonderful blog, some notes here and there from others, and a link to our Patreon, where for $1 you become a patron.
What do we get out of the $1 patron?
All of Alan's love and respect.
I'm okay with that.
And a handwritten note.
No handwritten note. My handwriting's shitty. While you're on the internet, definitely hop over to our Twitch and Mixer channels. On Twitch, we're Official Millennials. On Mixer, we're Official Nils. We will be trying to do some streaming this summer, so definitely check that out. Maybe we'll have a live show, and I will be doing streaming Mondays and Thursdays over at Mixer and Twitch. My handle is PeachZ90.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can find all of our episodes with a little extra fun mixed in. Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, we love you.
This is an Official Millennials production.